All right, guys, so I want to take you around the crew cab that we just picked up and talk to you a little bit about some of the features and options that it has available with it, and then just what we picked it up for, what the plans are, and what we're going to be doing, all right? So it's a 1976 F250 two-wheel drive crew cab, and she's pretty immaculate. Some things that do confuse me about the truck case. So we've got dual tanks. Got one here that's inside the cab, that one right down there, okay? But then if you look back here in the bed, and this is a short bed, okay, there you can obviously see there used to be a fill spot right there, and they covered that up. So that seems odd to me. I don't know if maybe this bed's been replaced, all right? And I wouldn't think that that'd be how they do it in factory, but whatever. Let's see here. A couple things. I mean, we do have a couple little ripples here at the back of this bed where it's been hit in. Bed doesn't reflect that. The bed does have some colors that the rest of the truck doesn't have, so I don't think that this is original bed to the truck. All right, we get in here and we look at the cab. Hey Diesel, how we doing, buddy? We do have a little bit of rot, okay, right down here. You can see, oh, here you go. You can see daylight right through this, okay? We're gonna end up replacing this, so I'm not too worried about it. All right. So, and this is front pans. I already checked out the price of these. You can get the left and the right, and that's like 90 bucks. So not too bad. We'll end up doing it. It doesn't come into the rocker. It pretty much stops right here. So we lucked out there. We'll cut that out, replace that inside. Now you can see right here what the, let me pan it around, what the original color looked like, and I'm pretty impressed with that. This was just a custom model. I mean, we didn't have AC or anything like that. So, and where like on my Bronco, this lever is used to roll your rear window up and down. I didn't know what this is. They use this to switch between your primary and your secondary fuel tank. All right, but that's pretty cool. Let's see here, what else? The rear view, or not, the rear view mirrors, like intact and fine. That's not bad. The visors are all good. The headliner, she's a missing, but that's not too bad. That'll be an easy just swap out, you know, to get one in. One thing that we totally lucked out about is these seats. Guys, these little like seat covers have been on the truck for its whole life, and I can't pull it up right now, but I kind of looked underneath these. The seats are immaculate, like just the factory seats. And if we go here to the back of it, so they put in this like wood shelf here just to go over top of the seat because they never use the rear seat, and it's just a piece of wood. The rear seat is immaculate as well. I mean, it needs to be cleaned up and everything like that, but in the bottom is just fine. There's no rust in the back. And especially like on these crew cabs, this is where you're really gonna wanna look. Look inside this step up here, because that's like one of the spots that's hard to replace and everything like that. You wanna make sure that's good. And the rear doors here, you ought to make sure these rear doors are solid. I mean, I've looked around these rear doors, you can't even find them hardly anywhere if they're in good condition and whatnot. I mean, that's like an easy $1,000 on eBay. Also this center section right here, all right? That being good and immaculate is key. I mean, we've got some cracking right here on the paint stuff, but that's easy enough to fix. The roof here, she doesn't look too bad at all. We got like a little dent here, but that'll pop up. A lot of that stuff's all just super easy. So yeah, pretty pumped there. We'll end up taking the wood bed off, okay? And it is 8 on 6.5 for the lug pattern. So we'll end up putting some nice wheels on it. Going around here to the front, this does have a 1973 to 75 front grille on it. Way you can tell is that on a 76 and 77 grille, this will actually be boxed in. On the 73 to 75, that's built right into the grille section right there. I do have a friend who's given me a front grille for it and a new front bumper, so we'll have a good looking setup there. All right, so front bumper, or the front tire mount, just this arm mount that comes off the front bumper. It's got a hole drilled right there through the bumper. Got a stud on either side, and that's it. And then you just got your plate up here. 2 bolts hold it on. This one actually has a hole drilled through it, so you could throw a lock on top of that if you wanted, so that it can stay in place. And it's pretty snazzy. Let's see here. Let's pop the hood real quick. I'm gonna have to put you down to pop the hood. Okay, 1 second. All right, so we have the 390 in it. This truck actually did originally come with a 360, I was told by the owner, but they had a 390 rebuilt and installed in the thing. I got these janky freaking straps here to hold the hose up from the radiator. We'll fix that and clean that up. I've got to change the oil in her now because when I was running it the other day, the float in the bowl, I didn't realize it got stuck. I had fuel just dumping out everywhere. There's a bunch of fuel in the oil now. We'll go ahead and pull the dipstick and take a look at that real quick. There we go. But yeah, she's pretty nasty. Yeah, it smells. It just smells of fuel real bad. So we're going to end up swapping out the fuel liner. I mean, all we're doing right now is polishing the bearings and everything inside, I guess, with that gas. I'm trying not to run her too much. All right, it's got a C6 behind it. We've got power brakes. We're disc up front, drum in the rear. Let's see here. We do have power steering, which is awesome. The pump's pretty dry. Pretty sure we got a leak in the power steering line. They've got this janky, like weird. I've never seen I'm pretty sure that's not factory. I don't know what this is because it's ran all wonky up here and everything like that, but whatever, we'll clean it up. Okay. Inside the engine compartment here doesn't look too bad. Haven't ran the heater. Right here, our battery disconnect. We got one of these big old, Dr. Einstein freaking things to disconnect the battery. I dig it. We're probably going to end up ordering a new distributor for it. One of them that's got the coil pack right on top of it and everything. All right, something I really dig, and I didn't realize how rare these are now and everything like that. The swan on the hood, dude, these guys are getting hard for the hood ornaments to find. So we get around to this side, not too bad. Oh, a couple things I didn't point out. At every single corner, we've got this, home job freaking tar-like freaking silicone thing around the windshield. I'm gonna have to have guys come out and replace all that. I mean, the windshield's not cracked, but we might end up replacing the windshield. I don't expect to find any rust underneath here, but obviously this thing did leak in the past, and so we're just gonna put a new seal in it and be good to go. Going in here to the passenger side, you can feel that it's soft under here, and you can see where it's starting to rust and everything like that, so we'll end up replacing that. It's not as far back, it's more up towards the front here. Towards the inside and towards the tunnel, it's fine and everything like that. So we'll end up ordering a new floor mat to replace it when we pull out these seats and do the floor pans in it at the same time. But yeah, interior wise, man, I mean, and the dash, someone was smart enough, well, I guess we do have a couple cracks here in the dash, whatever. Yeah, that's typical on these Fords. You get one, two right there in the middle, but she's pretty clean. She doesn't have a buttload of holes. Someone had a CB or something like that, probably. It was right in there. I think this thing used to be a crummy. The seat belts, which is odd, right here for the shoulder belts on both sides have been cut, and so all they have here is the lap belt. I don't know why someone did that. Probably back in the day didn't like the shoulder belts. So we get over here to this side again. You can see we're rust-free down here in this panel. The whole floor in the rear is rust-free. The seat's real good, so that's going to clean up nice. The whole cab here is pretty good. Show you the roof here on this side. That's pretty solid. I mean, this is little couple dents here and there, but that's all easy to straighten out enough and everything like that. And the bed, not looking too shabby. I mean, she's she's all there. I mean, she does have a little bit of a wave to her. You know, you see where people have thrown in whatever work stuff in the past and everything like that. But she's not rotting out. I don't think it is, but I haven't checked right up there on that line. Usually you'll have the debris right there, moss, whatever, leaves and stuff like that. It'll hold water, and that spot right there in the front can rot out, but I don't believe it is. So, but yeah, I mean, even the wheel wells here, they're not super beat up, you know, clean up. Just throw a rhino line in it and freaking be awesome. I love the rear panel here. It's not all dented. Like usually these things are destroyed for old wood or work trucks and everything like that. So we definitely lucked out there. So yeah, she's going to clean up pretty well. All right, so I know a bunch of you have been asking me, you know, hey Adam, how much did you pick this up for? And we got a pretty smoking deal on the thing. I mean, I did work them down a little bit and everything like that, but they started off at $5,000 for the truck, and I picked it up for $3,000. Okay, I did have to go pick it up myself, and that was, I gave him $3,000, and that was before I heard the motor run and before I seen it dry. Okay, all I knew was the front floor pans were rotted out in the truck, and that was it. And I looked underneath the rest of the undercarriage and everything like that. I didn't see any rot anywhere. I mean, there's service rust and stuff like that, but no type of major rot. So I was really, really happy with that purchase price for $3,000, because you can see them. I mean, I just saw one go on eBay. It was a 78 or a 79 crew cab that it didn't have a motor, it didn't have a trans. It was really beat up, like a lot of heavy dents all over the place. And that thing went for, I think, $4,700. Okay, and there's one up there right now that's ultra clean. Now this is, you know, we're talking about an ultra clean F-250 that's lifted and been full restoration a couple years ago and everything like that. Last I checked, it was up at $31,000. Okay, had a built 460 in it. So there's the prices. You're going to be looking all over the place, okay, for what you've seen. I've seen other guys list this pretty much same truck, but with the rear doors rotting out, a lot of rot everywhere, for $35,000 to $4,000. All right, I mean, your mileage is going to vary on this one. It is what it is, okay? You could end up with a bag full of smashed assholes, or you could get yourself freaking a gem. It's hard to say where you're going to be at in price. Local markets are going to vary all over the place, and how stickler people are. You know, I don't mind walking away from deals. I think that they're too much. So the plan for the truck right now is we got to pull out that interior, cut out the old floor pans, clean that up, get the new ones ordered up, get them in there. I'm just waiting on ordering the new ones to make sure that the rust doesn't go anywhere else. I don't, you know, see it going. I already priced them out at Bronco Graveyard. They've got them there for, how I want to say, like it was $90, somewhere right around there. I'll throw a link up of what I'm looking at. I can't remember exactly how far over they go, whether we're going to be right up against the rocker or not. So, but anyways, get that done, get a spit and polish done on her. And I don't know. I am kind of limited on budget right now because of the work that we're doing on the shop. Right now I'm waiting on some rain days so that the contractor friend that I have, he can come over and put in the new subroofing and everything like that. I just talked to the lift guy who's going to come over and install the lift. Installing the lift, that's going to be like $800 right there, and then doing the wiring for it, that's going to be another $200. So, and I am, you know, like I said, I'm working on a limited budget until I get a couple more vehicles sold. All right, I've got a 2006 F450 that's on the market right now. I'm getting ready to put up my white F550, my tow hauler. All right, the hauling machine. It's a good truck, and I dumped money into her and everything like that. But once I sold my 40-foot trailer, and I don't have any other goosenecks, I don't really have a use for it. I mean, my F250 does everything we had. I set it up to do a bunch of hot shot running, and we're just not going that direction. So that's the plan right now. Motor-wise, I don't know. I mean, I could tell you what I'd love to do. Okay, I would love to do a 5.9 Cummins in this, or I do have another truck that's got a 7.3 Power Stroke in it, and it's got an automatic, and it's out of a 2001 Super Duty, and I could throw that in there. I mean, the thing is that I'm really intimidated. Okay, guys, my skill level is pretty low. Like, with a lot of the stuff on the Bronco, I farmed that out. Like, I'm trying to gear up and tool up and do all this stuff, okay? But my skill, I'm not a mechanic and everything like that. I'm learning this as I go. I mean, me doing the floor pans, getting ready to cut those out and do that, you know, I bought my welder, but I haven't welded since high school, you know? This is extremely intimidating. I'm gonna do it, all right? But I'm nervous going into this. I wanna do stuff right. I don't wanna do it all half-assed, freaking half-cocked, all right? I wanna do it right, but then you have to look at budget where you're at on stuff, all right? I appreciate you guys checking out the video. Go ahead and give it a thumbs up and a like, okay? That does help me out with the budget-wise, okay? It just has YouTube pay me some more money for the ads, and if I get enough views on this, I mean, we could do a 5.9 Cummins or the 7.3 Power Stroke or something crazy. I do want to lower it. I can tell you right now off the bat, I'm not gonna 4-wheel drive this thing. We're gonna keep it 2-wheel drive. We're probably gonna lower it and put some 20s on it or something like that, all right? That seems good. Anyways, I appreciate all for watching. Thank you very much. Get into those side projects that you got. If you liked the video, go ahead and hit the like. And if you did enjoy this video, the subscribe button's right down there. Go ahead and hit it. Join us over here in the comment section. Let me know what you think, what direction I should go, what your ideas are on the build. Do you think I got a good price? I don't know. Anyways, we'll talk to you later. You guys have a good one.